My mother was Temima Gezari. She was an artist and an art educator, and she specialized in art for child development, art for children. In the summer of 1947, my parents, who lived in Manhattan, decided to take a ride out to the country. And in those days, Long Island was mostly farm country, but they found a place that had a nice beach called Rocky Point. They rented one of the little bungalows, and after a couple of days, my father was sick and tired of the beach. He'd heard that there was a farm up on the hilltop. He loved that kind of thing, and he decided that he'd just take a walk up there just to see what was going on while the kiddies were splashing in the sound. I was 5 and my brother was 3. And he found the farm and he found the farmer, and that was Sylvester Hallock. On the way up, he saw this beautiful piece of land, and I think there was a for sale sign on it. And so he found Hallock, he talked to him about that land. They went down, walked around on it, and he gave him a $10 deposit, cash deposit, right then and there, and bought the land. Then he came down and told my mother that we were landowners on Rocky Point. One thing that we built for my mother was a big art studio, and that's where she did most of her sculpture work. In this studio, she did some remarkable things. She worked in all media, did sculptures. She also worked in beach stones, and Rocky Point is famous for its pebble beach. She created the most original and the most imaginative beach stone sculpture, which wasn't corny and it wasn't ordinary, and it was actually, some of it was moving and some of it was just amazing. She made some small beach stones which were the inspiration for a couple of her larger bronze sculptures. One of her pieces, called The Kiss, was inspired by a little beach stone sculpture that she made, but you would never imagine that there was any connection like that. Some of her sculpture was done in bronze. She created them in clay, and then she cast them, had them cast in bronze. And those are some of her most significant pieces. For me, to tie in the history of my mother and her work to the Hallock Homestead Museum is a very, very special thing for me, because together they really enhance the history of Rocky Point.